And there is a good chance that Jason won't edit this because he thinks it's funny to leave up the awkward parts. But what he doesn't understand is that this isn't the funny kind of awkward. This is awkward. You know what I mean? The red wave didn't happen, which is fine because, what does it matter? I think that what I'm looking for is the purple wave, which is when the blue and the red wave combined. There he is. Look at him. What's up? What's up, fool? See, that's what we have here is a real human being because he's paid respects to Omar. What's up, my G? How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah?
Parking spot, crazy.
I didn't tell you that, things have changed. Not only does this man have a new name,
Yeah.
he's got a new way of acting.
Yeah, man.
He's acting really different. And he demanded a parking spot on deck for himself. You want to, hey, crack a window for this man. Come on.
Can we light that candle right there?
I can't light that candle, but I can light another candle.
Why can't light that one?
I'm saving. That's an expensive candle that I'm saving.
That shit $80, man.
That's an expensive
Spark
candle.
that right now.
It's not the time. I'm waiting
This is the
until
what?
This is not the time.
All right, bro. It's meeting you.
No.
bro, Scout.
Hold on. I got a better candle.
That's a nice shit right there. It's original.
That's the real thing.
Yeah, so I know it's money around here, man.
That's the real. Nah, don't start looking too hard. There's nothing around here.
Grace Jones on the wall.
No, there's nothing of value in this house, okay?
Couple crazy
Just
photos up there.
Just so we're clear. I'm putting a candle together.
It's a photo of a crack pipe. It's painting of a crack pipe. A
Yeah.
crack setup. With the bagel. Is that everything bagel?
No, that's a chore boy.
Okay.
Yeah. You know that artist
Brillo
Jesse
pad,
Edwards? Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of Jesse Edwards.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You like his work?
I'm not deep enough in it to have an opinion.
I mean, I would say that
I like that Yeti though.
you're pretty deep. My mom gave me this Yeti.
Of
Of all the things my mom has given me, this is
shit.
Do you want more now?
No, I got some.
What's with the water jug? Are you a water guy now?
I mean, I think I've always been a water guy. I'm a human.
A lot of people don't drink water. Listen, man. A lot of people don't drink water. I try to make my girl drink water. It's
I'm trying to
it's
drink
like
more. Trying to drink more.
I take 2 of these down a day.
That's like, I think that's like exact amount. It's like a gallon or something like that.
It's like a gallon.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I just drink it all the time. But I've been doing that. I've been drinking that much water for 20 years easy. For some reason it got in my head to drink shitloads of water. Now the only time I stop drinking water is when I'm completely off of my shit and I'm a mess. What's he got?
This is when he doesn't drink water.
What's that? Yeah. What do you?
And this is when this becomes water.
Right. Is that tequila?
Yeah,
Let me see.
Dragones.
Yeah. See. This is when I'm on the sauce and I stop drinking the water.
That's the good one.
Let me just get a smidge. I don't partake.
Get a little smidge.
Not anymore.
Ooh, we heard that thing pop. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice. I know that's nice. It's nice and chilled. This fool just also. I like that this is how you get down. You just drove over casually sipping this on your lap.
Oh no, I ain't sip yet. You know, I just told myself, it's okay to maybe wet my beak a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I'm going to studio after this anyway, so
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Be responsible about it.
Can I just say one thing? I was doing a little bit. Okay, this is Jahlil. Now, FKA, he had some other names in his past. Are we going to talk about that?
I mean,
or is your rebirth so? Is it so transformative that you can't even discuss your past?
It's not that I can't. But it's like it's almost hindering forward progression. If every time we sit down for these sessions, I go back, But
I will say this: tracking your progress digitally is how I watch. How we all watch the world usually, right? Watching you, I did forget about everything about your past. Like I forgot about the things you were associated with, not in a real way, but in a way where I was like, that dude's an artist. Mm-hmm. And I will say that I like your art. I like what you're doing. I've told you so. And I wouldn't have you on if I didn't. And I think it's impressive that I don't know exactly. I've heard some stories, which I'll relay to you. Right. But I think it's impressive that you made a decision to put your balls on the table and say, I'm going to do this thing now. And this is now who I am.
Yeah.
Right?
Appreciate that, man. So it's far and few who got the ability to see you when you choose to come anew. So
I respect that.
I appreciate that.
But I will say I went back and I listened to, I was like, I got to go back to the Genesis.
Jeez, come on.
I had to go back.
Don't spend too much time back
Not
there,
too much.
man.
I just want to make a comment. I went back. I just had to listen to Vans. I had to watch the video. And I'll say full circle, in that video, you guys are in front of a piece. And that piece is done by a dude named Reyes, who's in my crew. Mm-hmm. And I had to double check with Paisa. And I was like, this is Reyes, right? And it's a Reyes piece. So full circle.
The wall piece in the back. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Interconnection, roots, trees, paths, cross.
Small world.
Chemtrails. It's all one thing, right? We're all circling, going backwards and forwards, spinning. The Vitruvian man.
Small world.
Small world.
Smaller than people like to admit. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember this.
Way smaller.
Small.
Tiny. Tiny. Be careful.
Little rock.
Be careful because, the person that you shit on the way up is going to piss on you on the way down.
But look, don't get it twisted. You might be on fire. You might have needed them to piss on you.
That's true. Sometimes people need to get pissed on.
Just juxtaposition, you know what I'm saying? Devil's advocate, Don't be scared to make that decision when you do got to shit on somebody because some people got to get shitted on.
It's true.
That's how it goes. Vice versa.
It's the course of nature. Hakuna Matata, circle of life. Some people need to get shitted on, and some people need to shit on them. Now, Jahlil's a fine artist, okay, and again, it's not his first hustle. Not that this is a hustle, my man, but I'm just saying it's not his first creative venture.
No, sir.
And I gotta say that I've said this often. I am very jealous of a person whose job it is to go into a studio and paint and essentially chill out, listen to some music, do a painting, and pay their rent.
We gotta stop that right there, man.
Okay.
Listen, that's the nice assumption motherfuckers have. Can I speak freely?
Yes.
Language and all that. Okay. That's the assumption motherfuckers have. That's a very juvenile way to think about things.
Okay.
But that's okay because we all have that format of thinking about things that we aren't immersed in. You know what I'm saying? Just like I could be like, oh, you over here just doing a podcast. No, but it's a whole production here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's power lights, you know what I'm saying? The whole nine. It's motherfuckers right here watching the sound levels right now. Just fix the mic. So it's easy to look at the situation as though it's like, but let me be the first to tell you that this shit is war.
Yes.
This is war. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not minimizing how hard it is.
Just make sure you overstep when you know what I'm saying? You let them know how hard this shit is. Man.
Well, let me say this. Also on top of that, the amount of people that try to do things, let's say there's a pool of people, right?
Yeah.
Say we have 100 people. All these 100 people want to do something. 50 of them are talented. 25 of them are talented and driven. 10% of them are talented, driven, and connected. And 5% of them are talented, driven, and connected and are lucky. And of that, maybe 2% get through.
Even if that.
You know what
I'm saying? So once it's a blessing. Good luck.
It's hard.
I see you.
He's been blessed.
It's a blessing. Nature, I see you. Or energies, spirits, whatever.
Knowledge, wisdom, roots, trees, leaves, oil paint, acrylic paint, aerosol,
charcoal,
pens,
all that.
paper, collage, Shih Tzus. It's all universal. We're all made of the same atoms, the dust. We're sharing atoms right now. The same things that are in that couch is in Jahlil, is in my sweater.
No, we cannot affirm that because I'm a little bit different. That's
a dog shit couch. I'm glad you caught that. It was a test. I tested you. That's a terrible couch that I'm going to gift to you, Jason.
Thank you.
And whenever you want to take it.
Thank you so much.
I take that right now for the studio.
For the stew. So back to studio life and what I'm jealous of. This is what I'm jealous of is I would like to be in a room for a certain amount of time with me and the things I want to create with and no distractions. Because I bet you're not on 10 Zooms a day talking about whatever the fuck has to happen in the next 2 months.
It's getting there now because
the
heights I'm reaching. But it didn't start like that, no.
Didn't start like that.
No. And to attest to what you're saying, I definitely desired that too. And that's one of the reasons I ultimately chose to do what I'm doing now, just because it's complete responsibility for outcome.
Right.
You know, especially with the music background. I was telling my man the other day, like, when you choose to do music, the whole process and that, everything has its process, right? And in this process, music, you know, it starts a melody of a wordplay, something in your head, an idea, something that will inspire you. And then at that instant moment, unless you are one of the very few that is endowed with the ability to do it all themselves, the moment you decide to engage in that situation, you got other people in the kitchen. Okay, I need a producer. I need an engineer. Okay, now you're going to a certain level. Okay, now we need distro. Now we need label, A&R. You look up and this thing you created with your soul and your heart got 80 motherfucking stamps on it. And it's really not yours anymore. And even if it were to be successful, you still kind of almost is bittersweet because is it derivative of this group effort or is it yours? Are you truly gifted or is it you in the position and the right wind, temperature, and all that shit just made sure it happens? So,
Right.
I got out of that for that reason. I want to be completely responsibility. I want complete responsibility for my actions. You know what I'm saying? So
I respect that,
man. I needed it.
And the downside to that is that you can't point a finger at anybody if it doesn't work.
Nobody.
And also, you can't say, well, he fucked up the
label.
order. Yeah,
the
the label didn't push it.
Oh, I didn't get enough streams, or I didn't do. It ain't no one to blame.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then also the crux of that is you get all the points if this shit works.
You get all the points.
You don't got to share shit with nobody. No one can pull a rug from under you.
Yeah.
No one can be like, oh, through our guidance, oh, do this, that. Especially the format I'm choosing to take.
Yeah.
I'm here off my own merit. You know what I'm saying?
Big risk, big reward.
Man, no. Big risk, massive, unchartable reward.
Unchartable.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's
because in the art world, it is I mean that world as far as like it's
worse
as
than a rap game.
I was gonna say it's as crazy and as shady as a rap game, and then even more so because there are people pulling the strings in the art world that you might never even have access to on any level.
Oh yeah, not might. You will never have access to.
You will never touch.
It's real shadows over here.
Yes,
there are real veils.
Yes.
There are real puppet masters. Like you could get blackballed and not even know you had the ball.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. It gets slick. It gets spooky.
And I was talking to an artist buddy of mine, and he's like, you can also fuck up by selling too much too soon and flooding the market. You have to control the market. Not only that, you got to control who takes your shit, and you can't let them resell it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
You have to really.
If you got that reach, you can. There's ways to do it. You know, that's why you vet collectors. Fortunately for me, I'm not signed to no institutions or whatnot. So
you're doing it solo.
Yeah, man.
Have you been approached? People like, let us show your work.
Of course. Hot as fish grease right now, man. I'm a fucking guy. They knock every day. You know, that's what the 10 Zooms are about. People that want to approach me to engage in, business. But at this time, I'm not even a master yet. I'm going my 8th year. I'm trying to get my 10 years in, pay respect to the game, and build my leverage. And then we could talk about
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been 8 years, man. Wow. That's what's cold. A lot of motherfuckers is coming through the door now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
And they're acting like this was last week. It's like, nah, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, the smallest thing I got, is a lot,
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
So
8 years. It's crazy that happened. I mean, time doesn't make sense to me anymore. I don't know what's going on.
it's bleeding, man.
I saw my friend's baby, and I could have sworn the baby was 18 months old, and it was 3 months old. I don't know what the fuck's happening. There's a complete time warp that's happened because of the 2 years of lockdown, where I just don't understand time anymore. Like that 2 years doesn't even count to me. I don't know what happened.
No, we for sure. I mean, it counted to me, but the world lost that for sure. I was already in that program though, which is so fortunate for me and the work I dwell in. I was already in the studio with no windows, bro.
Right.
I was already in there day after day, dealing with myself, trying to figure out where it is I'm going, building something. So for me, it just made the world do what I was doing.
Right.
And for me, that was full advantage. I was like, oh, you guys are all stuck in a sense. You guys are all like, damn, they stole the light from me. I can't go outside. Like, I can't do all this. But I was already on a mission prior to that. So
you were set up for that. It was an opportunity.
It was the best time for me because everybody went home and kind of had to twiddle their thumbs. Like, a lot of people for 2 years didn't do shit.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people for 2 years just took the break that I think people needed.
Yeah.
They've been working for so long.
Yeah.
People have been after their dreams for so long. Everyone kind of needed a break, and it's hard to take a break when you see everyone outside moving. That's what creates FOMO, you know. So now it just leveled the playing field. But then also for people that needed everyone to slow down for them,
Yeah.
it was very, very good for them.
I had a break for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we reformulated everything, and then it was off to the races, and we were working even harder. That 2 years, like never, the only thing that changed is
like
that it wasn't
water.
in an office.
It's just like water, man. Gangsta Gatorade. Yeah.
Did Vans ever cut you guys a check?
No, Vans never did nothing for us. It's crazy to this day because I just seen the homie Rocket dropping Vans. Bam Bam, you seen that one? I see so many people that, you know, respectfully did nothing for that community.
Yeah.
Get shoes. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Not to say Rocket or anyone I just referenced didn't have anything to do with the deserving of a shoe, but like I was saying, I've seen a lot of people get situations with Vans, and how? And then we ain't getting nothing. It was kind of crazy. But I mean, I'd say like this: we made the record. It wasn't on some like, oh, let's go get rich. Like, let's do this song.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is some real authentic. Like, we had
Yes.
motherfuckers like really tripping on us. Like,
Yes.
I was wearing Rally XOTs when I made the song. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from that skate culture for real.
Right.
It wasn't like we were the kids trying to like be cool
Right.
or trying to find an outlet, which is okay for them as well. I'm not
Yes.
gonna badmouth them. It's okay to find an outlet. It's okay to try to be cool. You know, you got to start somewhere. But this is some real shit for us. And so we made the record. The record did what it was supposed to do. That's what happens when you put your heart into something. It went where it went, and it came time for the conversation with Vans. We went to the corporate office out there, and for the lack of better terms, they said, "Hey, you know, we dwell in a market that has kept us alive for X amount of years. We don't really need to do nothing for y'all because this market that you've now presented to us ain't really been our market. And quite frankly, if they decide to jump out the window right now, it doesn't matter for us.
Right.
We gonna still beat hands. And cool, thanks. Like, you guys already did it. We don't need to pay you anything. Like, we get the money already. Like, it's cool. Like,
Damn. Different
no
time.
shoe, no nothing. And then as the years go by, you see people get shoes, deals, and they never ever reached out. Vans, if y'all watching, if y'all know anybody over there, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how y'all have had anyone of competence in the office that hasn't made this connection, and it's never happened.
I bet you there's people working there haven't even seen it, don't even know about it.
You know, I met the people over there, you know what I'm saying, the big dog, you know, recipes his pops, you know what I'm saying? I know he on you know, he's an OG with it, you know what I'm saying? I met him and we talked about it, but still, like, it's just the people in power, the people in play, like, I don't understand how they dropped that ball, but
I think
we
it
ain't
was
tripping off that. Like,
no, you're not tripping. But I think at least maybe, how about this? What if you and other members of the group were on some sort of a program where like you got promo if you ever wanted it? I don't know if you wear Vans anymore, but like it would be nice to be included. Right?
It for
It
sure
never
would be
hurts.
nice.
It'd be nice.
Especially when I'm seeing motherfuckers that don't skate, that got nothing to do with this situation.
Yes.
Wreak benefit off participation. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
But let's, hey, you know, we don't cry for sport. My group never did that.
Right.
And we never will. You know what I'm saying? We blessed the world with that. Y'all can have that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's cool.
That was a gift.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it was definitely at the time, it was at a time when everything, correct me where I'm wrong, because I will be wrong, but it was where everything was very uniform. And if you were a certain person, you could only wear certain things, right? And
You know
this shit was
what I'm
all of a sudden, these cats were like, guess what? We're wearing Vans. And you made it look cool and the whole thing. And it was like it was a wave that started because black people were not wearing Vans in large groups, right?
Nah, it was a very like situational, regional thing.
Yeah.
And we put it on a national platform and gave it a voice, man. You know what I'm saying? It was the time when Lupe was on around, and you know, if you a skater, no offense to Lupe, but Lupe wasn't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Lupe, you couldn't kick turn on a quarter. You know what I'm saying? We know that. And it was at a time where just, you know, that world needs some authenticity. You know what I'm saying? And we come from them Pier 7 days. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Marcus McBride. Stevie Wonder, he was from Philly. He was over there a lot. You know what I'm talking about? Not Stevie Wonder, but Stevie Williams, my bad. But, you know, he was good as Stevie Wonder. I tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But, you know, we come from that time. Aesthetics, you know what I'm saying? FTC, Kent and them over there. Deluxe Boys, Thrasher, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? My man, Jim Thiebaud, you know what I'm saying? RP the Big Dog, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
Well, maximum amounts of respect for the pack and for the artist formerly known as Stunna Man, aka Black Bart.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. to those monikers, because you're no longer even responding to those names. I have you on my phone as Keith Stunna Man.
Yeah.
And when it's funny, I put your name in as Jahlil, and it still came up as a Stunna Man. So
it won't let me leave.
It won't let you out.
I fuck with it. It's respect, you know, but I also gotta accept my progress, you know, and walk into that, you know, that new world.
Walking into new door, new ventures. What you rolling something up right now?
I didn't assume I could smoke in here, but
you can smoke in here. It's not.
I was gonna definitely press them.
Do you smoke weed, Jason? I never asked you that.
Yeah. You want some weed?
You want to get high?
This fire.
But you have to smoke on camera.
You finna roll you something up. No, I'm good.
You won't let him share your joint.
I ain't sharing nothing.
He doesn't share blunts. I respect that. Why don't you roll a blunt, a tiny pinner?
Yeah, come on, get out.
You know what a pinner is?
Yeah, well, you
that's like that's an old school phrase. A pinner joint.
Dinky dink.
Yeah, it smells fantastic. I have to be honest and say that I can't smoke it, and I shouldn't even get that close to it because.
You want papers?
Huh? No, I don't. I'm sober. I gave it all away. That
don't mean you gotta be away from it like it's gonna jump on your body and attack.
What happens is it comes over the cartoon smoke. It comes towards me and it sings like it sings a song, an Arabic tune, and it curves into my nostrils, then I'm high.
That's that mid. That's that mid.
Okay, that's mid. You're right.
That's that mid. You know, this right here, it's exclusive to me.
Gas doesn't do that.
Gas don't even rock like that. Like,
you can't get a contact high from Gas.
Nah, because
you heard it here first.
Contact high is not coming from Gas because gas is not to be shared. You know what I'm saying? Gas is for a player.
So okay, so yeah, I mean, I think that did you do any homework on our guest?
Yeah. This is my producer. Homework to do, man. I got it sealed up.
Yeah, but he's got to do. I like when he does a little background information on people and brings up some questions that he might want to. Oh, I got something. Okay, I heard a couple stories.
Fake Narwhal?
I heard two stories. I heard the first time that you sold a painting, and correct me where I'm wrong.
God, here we go.
I heard the first time you sold a painting that you were at your partner's house, and
my partner's house.
Yes.
Who's my partner?
I don't know. Your buddy. You're at your buddy's house.
It wasn't kind of weird.
Not your partner. You're at your buddy's house, right? And he was an artist or is an artist, and someone came by to buy some art from him, and he wasn't there, and that person instead bought some art from you that you just had there. Is that true or false?
It's true parts, false parts. I've been trying not to get this guy no promo because we ain't really cool like that, but
is he salty because of what happened?
I don't know why bro's salty. I can't speak for the next man.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that it ain't no reason that I can understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a personal demon he's fighting.
Okay.
But what I can say is, you know, keep your head down and your blessings will come. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that, you know, watch the people you share energy with because the people right next to you don't really care. The people right next to you could not really care. I can't say that they don't really care, but the people right next to you could be the hardest obstacles you have in front of you. So,
I mean, just for the record, I don't know who this person is.
Okay, look,
I was told, and so I don't. If I do know you, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I just heard this secondhand. I have no idea who this person is.
I doubt you know, bro. But it was around the time me coming up. It's not all the way exactly like that. It was around the time me coming up, and y'all definitely was blessed by somebody that wasn't there for me.
And that's an interesting way to get your foot in the door because you're obviously already artfully inclined, right? You're already creating artworks, and you had something on deck.
I was creating music, and at that time, I was still making a little bit of music. I was releasing music.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to just get rid of everything I had released that I made, just so it wasn't like an empty task or empty effort.
Mm-hmm.
I was offloading shit, and I was starting. I wouldn't say I was just creatively just endowed off the rip. I definitely was starting trying to find a voice. But
to sell, and I got to say, we can bleep this, but I heard you got first piece. Can we talk about that?
The first big piece, the first piece that I truly wanted to like that I thought was worth that, yeah, I got what I wanted for it.
That's fantastic.
And but that wasn't the first piece I ever did. My first show I did was in 2015 with Good Mother, and everything at the show was $100. And the most expensive painting in that time I had at that first show was $300, man. And I had my man Lil B come by it. Lil B came down and bought it. And I told him, I was like, yo, bro, you don't know right now, but this will be very, very lucrative for you to do.
Right.
This is going to be my first painting at a show.
Right.
Like, this is going to have trajectory. It's going to have some profits to it. And that's my brother, so he always understood it. And he was like, yeah, I got you, bro. No problem, bro. He showed up, got harassed by people. And it's like, yeah, well, I want this one right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's love. You know
so he pulled up, copped on the low. And does he still have that piece?
Yes. You know, I've been trying to buy it off him. He hating it.
He doesn't want to sell it to you. No, he's got to hold on to it. Let the value shoot up.
Man, you need to just get it up.
Nah, man. You got to
He's
hold
a
on to
placeholder.
that. You got to hold on to that. You got to let that. He's got to get his return one day.
Man, he
that
already
could
got
be a
his
house.
return.
It could be the house. You know what I mean?
He's got his return. It's in the form of giving it back to me. That's the return.
Lil B, a lot of people do people even understand the legacy of the pack? Lil B.
I think a lot of people don't, but that's also like the great thing about that. You know what I'm saying? We never was the group that was running around like, look at what we did. Hey, look. Check the sound scan. Vans came out before Soulja Boy. Before it cranked that.
Right.
We run around talking about I was the first. Check it up. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? Just go look up when the pack dropped. Yeah. You know, our group created a whole archetype for groups. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, Lil B, the bass god. Okay, he was doing some stuff on the internet.
My little bruh.
Prior to, people. I think that he changed the fucking the digital zeitgeist.
That's what the pack changed it. Then it went on to be to change it even more. He took the sword by himself and kept grinding at it.
Yeah.
And that's what it goes like. And a lot of people won't give us that credit because we're not out there screaming for that. People are just kind of leeching off that. It's like almost like a carcass of superpowers. And people just come down flying. I get a little bit. They fall off. They got their little career, their life. And that's okay. Nobody tripping off that. That's what we came here for.
I think we need to slow down and take a look at history. The historical, like people don't even remember that MySpace and Twitter were kind of what was ruling the world. And there was a whole phase of Lil B having, what was his thing? It was girls saying, I fucked the bass god. They hold up pictures or everyone's saying Lil B fucked my, what was the whole thing?
Yo.
Bass god fuck my bitch.
Bass god fuck my bitch. The term based. This is the crazy thing about this.
That came from the pack, came from us, you know what I'm saying? B kept it going, kept it pushing.
But do you know that the term based is now used by the right wing?
Yeah, heavily used by the alt-right.
The alt-right is now using the term based as someone that is like on their team, right?
Yeah, well,
and people don't understand that
it's the inverse of woke to
right,
them,
is being based.
Basically.
Which is crazy. The way slang and words and ideas move through the internet and end up in the people's hands that shouldn't be
because that shit is like telephone. It's like you get it to your friends, to your mans, and then somewhere along the chain of communication, someone didn't really properly receive that, and then they ejected out into the world.
Yeah.
And that's how that shit
Listen, there was a year where he had the internet in a chokehold. He was cursing ball players.
A year.
He was fucking everybody.
2 years, man. 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years, man. You know
possibly. It's a different time though, because now the way time works is that if you're a sensation, or you put, let's say you have the biggest track of its time, you got like 9 days.
All right, but
before everyone forgets.
We're gonna come back to the art world. We're gonna see this is what always happens.
Okay.
This is what always happens.
We gotta come back to the art world.
We go into that Pandora's box, and we don't make it out.
I'm trying to get people I want people to have some backstory because they don't fucking
Everybody
know.
can't have everything.
Okay, let's talk about a story I heard, and I wasn't able to witness this, but I heard
Don Murphos, RP A1. Let's go.
What he said. I heard that you had a Rimowa suitcase.
Yeah.
And I heard that, and it was painted.
Yeah.
You like all this I heard shit? Shout out to Darius for giving me all this insider information. And I heard that what happened is that you checked it through. You came into LAX and you checked it through, and the outside of the case was painted. So someone snatched it off the carousel.
Yeah.
But what they didn't know is because this person is prescient and maybe a little omniscient, he put an air tag in the case because he knew that someone was going to see that case and say, there's got to be something valuable in there, which there probably was, I'm assuming, because you put an AirTag in there. Now, what happened after that?
You made me relive this one again, huh? God, open that scab, huh? Open that one, huh? I packed some water, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's smoke. Let's talk about it. I don't want to get too much into detail because, you know, it's a long story, but
Well, you were live. You went live with this.
I did go live because I had just got off the plane, right?
Yeah.
And I got a crew. I got some people around me that, you know, care about me and that will show up on the drop of a dime if war is on my mind. And, you know, but unfortunately, the way that they was designed, that was not mine.
Right.
I landed. I couldn't just call nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my lady. I land. Some shit goes down. You know, I couldn't really hit everyone at once and be like, or think in my mind like who was around or who lives here, who loves what. So I went live. Instant was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, wop, in case somebody fucking was around. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I put the AirTag on my shit, man. I had a whole fucking escapade. I chased them all around the city. Wrecked cars, wrecked AMG 90s Benzes, you know, the whole nine. Drove around the city speeding, all type of shit, man. Searching for motherfuckers, but we ended up finding it at a storage unit. I couldn't really go in.
It was at a storage unit already. And this is the same day.
The same day. After we chased him down, because I scared him. I chased him down to the Motel 6. I caught him at the Motel 6.
Right.
My man's already there. I jump out the car. Bam, I scream at him. Let's get my bag, pussy. Open the door. Bam. Look at me. What bag? Hit the gas on the Toyota Camry. Smack my man's white AMG Benz. Bam. Hit the whole AMG kit. Wham, knock it off. This is the old 90s things. All these things are in LA, no longer available. You know what I'm saying? You get smacked, you know, it's a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sitting in front of the car. They try to run me over to get out of here.
What kind of a guy was he? What did he look like?
Man, he's like some A1 smokers.
Okay.
They like some grade A smokers.
Right.
They look like they was high as hell.
Top-notch smokers.
They look like some top-notch smokers. like they only smoke the good shit. Like, and we're not talking about this, you know what I'm saying? They're smoking that shit. And they looked like they was high right then and there. Like I caught them and I was fucking up their eye. They were like, what? Oh no, they caught us. Get out of here. And that's what it was. I think I just really scared the shit out of them. Cause it's like they probably do this all day, you know what I'm saying? What then is the last thing they thought was someone's gonna jump up and like, give me my bag. And then it's me and my mans. We got on nice ass clothes. We're jumping out of this old 90s Benz. We look crazy, you know what I'm saying? And we're angry. We're like, come here. So for them, I'm thinking they're like, what the? They probably thought they were in the 90s. They were like, what the fuck? They sped off. But they sped off. I thought it was over because, you know, you only get one chance when you catch your bag like that. I seen it in the back seat. I saw my bag. Eyes on it. Eyes on the prize.
Wow.
They went up a one-way, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The crazy shit. And I thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? Because the AirTag resets when you get next to the motherfucker. So I'm thinking like, bam, you know, it's saying it's here, it's gone, it's bam. So the AirTag's doing this thing, whatever. We end up leaving, going to dinner and whatnot. I just happened to check my shit. Check the AirTag. It shows it at the storage unit. It shows it at the Beverly Center, really. Not the Beverly Center, the Grove. It shows it at the Grove.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, it's at the Grove, but it's in the parking lot at the Grove where Valet is. You know where Valet is?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, fuck. Maybe they're in the parking lot. So I call all my people. At this time, I've been all day looking for the bag. I got everyone on the story. Everyone knows I've got myself right. I got all my people on the backup. So I got like 6 cars. We're going through the Grove from the bottom to the top. We're going up and down. I'm walking on foot. We're on walkies. I'm finna find this fucking bag.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't find the car. I'm like, fuck, man. So I go outside and the AirTag like rings next to the storage. I look up. It's a storage unit. I call the storage unit. It's too late. We call the district. We called the police that was around there. I didn't. When I say we had associates
somebody
there
did
that was able to do that for
Not
your
this
boy.
person.
But me, my fingers really don't work like that to even do that.
He's never seen a 9 or an 11 on his fingers in his life.
My keypad don't even have those numbers.
It doesn't even register. As a matter of fact, he touches a 9 and it turns into a 6. I've seen it happen.
It's crazy. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
But somebody was able to do that, and then they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so I knew they opened up 6 a.m. So the next day I came there at 6 a.m.
You were on it.
But that morning also I called the airport. Airports and feds. They took it from the airport. You know what I'm saying? So it's really their situation. And due to what was in the bag, you know, it was over 30 racks. The things that was in the bag. So they took it really seriously. And I just told him, I was like, yo, you know what? It's a motherfucking air tag. I've been following it. I turned to Liam Nelson. I'm saying, what the fuck is doing? What y'all
I have
doing?
a very specific skill set.
And I found these motherfuckers. What y'all gonna do? It's
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
So I sit there and wait, and they're not coming. They don't want to come. They don't want to come. So I said, fuck it. The storage unit, the storage spot. I'm in the storage. Any person that comes in, I'm like, what's up? What's up? Where you going with storage? I just turned into a crazy motherfucker, bro. And so I'm making a problem for the storage spot.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I was like, y'all better get them people on the phone. Do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Because everyone that comes in this motherfucker is getting checked.
Yeah.
And so I just got to the point where I checked like 6 people. And it was like, all right, listen, we got to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? And then by the same time, I get a call from airport cops.
Yes.
Local PD don't give a fuck. They end up coming down. They're like, they walk me through the storage spot. My air tags start tripping because the wall's so thick. Bam. So airport cops call me again. They're like, yo, we think you got something. Like, we're gonna do something about it. They like call me, then they start calling me every 5 minutes. You got the tracker still there. We're issuing the warrant. They issued a fucking warrant that day, same time. Issued a warrant. So they got the airport cops to come down there and serve the warrant and open all the shit up.
Holy shit.
They discovered like 200 bags.
No.
I'm a fucking hero. I got a purple heart, man.
And none of those 200 dumb motherfuckers thought about putting an air tag in their bag, except for this person right here. Technology, like I said earlier, technology, trees, leaves, roots, DNA, dust, Hakuna Matata. It all comes full circle. A visionary, if I must say so myself.
What's fucked up about it, though, I had to wait like a month to get my bag.
Oh, no. Why?
Because they issued the warrant that fast for this one item. On discovering there was 200 items in there, they had to tell a judge everything that was in there because we told the judge what they was looking for. So they got that, but to close that too, they got to tell the judge what they found as well. So I had to wait hella long to get my bag back, man. But I got it. I got the bag back. I didn't get everything that was in it. They took everything that was actually worth of real instant value, you know what I'm saying, jewelry, birthday gifts. It was my birthday too.
Right.
They took wedding gifts to this Italian 3-piece suit, which is a hard thing to find when you're a bigger guy. You know, I'm Adonis, you know, I got the perfect physique figure.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
This is what peak male condition looks like.
Exactly. Thank you. Finally someone speaking my language. Speaking of,
You know what I'm saying?
let me ask you a question, Keith.
Probably loves to smack you.
Jalil, I gotta bring my camera out. I gotta take a picture of this.
Keeps hitting me with the key, man.
I'm sorry, it's
Let me
Jahlil.
live.
Jahlil. I'm a
Let
programmer.
me grow.
It's hard to.
Let me say this too. All you motherfuckers that run up on me and think it's cool to be like, hey, yo, Keith, and go out of your way to try to call me something, it makes you worse because it shows your thirst to, it's like, pick me first. It's like, yo, accept somebody's growth and accept someone's, you know, movement, you know, like, I can call you what
I apologize for using the wrong moniker.
you good. Y'all not though.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But I should know better because it's my job as an interviewer.
Listen, I call him Tuto. I know his real name. Alex. What? What? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right.
But I haven't renounced the name Alex. So until I do so, it's fair game. I will never call you. I'll never use the K word on you again. From now on, you will be Jahlil.
For sure, cuz.
I mean, listen, have you seen Zola?
No.
Okay. So are you aware of the story? You're not aware of the story of Zola. Basically, Zola is a movie that was made based on a series of tweets by a woman who
I'm familiar with.
You familiar?
I'm familiar with a little bit about the story. A little bit about the story. And then isn't that connected to like the Issa Rae situation?
I don't think so. Maybe at some point.
Man, I could be totally wrong.
They could have crossed paths, but basically, just so that my audience knows, Zola was a movie made after a series of tweets, and the series of tweets was chronicling the misadventures of a young woman who was flown out to dance with a girl, and there ended up being an African pimp in the mix. It's this whole thing. It was told over tweets. Those tweets were turned into a screenplay. That screenplay was made into a movie called Zola.
Yeah.
I think you have a Zola on your hands.
A lot of people told me that, and then recently, my man's hit me. Some guy that's important of somewhat is important of he's some type of important as far as like a public figure.
Yeah.
He just had a recent issue with this whole situation with them stealing bags at the airport.
Oh,
and
really?
He had an air tag in his.
Oh.
I mean, he was hitting Delta and hitting the cops and letting them know where it was at. But I just think I just took mine a little further. Just 'cause,
That's a major pain in the ass.
I come from a different situation. Like I was like, man, I couldn't. And then like my lady was there when I was traveling, like, you know, and it was really important to me that, you know, she see that, you know, I handled this without the, you know, quickness to go get a weapon or something like that.
Right.
You know, it's a way to handle these things as a man.
Right.
And to go be down for confrontation and be doing it the safest way.
Right.
I didn't do it the safest way because I put me and my mans in danger. You know, what if these fools was A1 crooks?
Yes.
And then I'm hitting on the doorknob and you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I took very good precautions on knowing where it was at. But still, you take a chance. But
It would have been better for you if you had caught him and not had to deal with getting some of your shit because they didn't give you all your shit back, right?
nah, they took some money.
That's some bullshit. So that's complete bullshit.
Well, they took a lot of my shit out of the bag, you know.
Oh, you mean before they put the bag in storage, they took some shit out?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't the feds took some shit out.
Oh no,
We're
the
like,
cops ain't taking nothing out of my bag.
okay.
The cops can't do nothing.
Oh, okay, cool.
But no, it was the tweakers, man. The tweakers.
The tweakers got a hold of the good stuff
And
fast.
you get it, you know. I get it. Understand, you know. It's actually a crazy business. You know, you think about it. Like, ain't nobody in there watching with COVID.
Yeah.
The guy who did it had the mask on. Like, I didn't really catch the culprits. I just bust their ring up.
It's a ring.
Really, what they really should have done if there was some real fucking A1 crooks is when I jumped out on their ass, they should just gave that bag up.
Yeah.
Because that just fucked up all that whole trap.
Right.
You know, that's $1 million trap.
But they
right
didn't
there.
count on your persistence. They didn't know.
They forgot they were dealing
That's
with a real dog. A real dog.
If you were to X-ray this man's chest, there would be a pit bull inside of him. He's got the dog in him, like the current meme.
Nah, ain't no pit bull. Cane Corso.
Sorry, I can't Corso. I
Lion
stand corrected.
killer.
Lion.
A lion killer in there barking at a pond that had a megalodon inside of it.
Exactly.
It's a whole scene. It's
In his chest. So
just chilling to me.
what'd you have for lunch today?
Man, lunch. I had some rice cakes.
Okay.
And then I had weak ass salad, man. This shit's rabbit food.
That's what I wanted to
This
ask
shit
you.
is rabbit food.
So you sound like a person who's currently trying to watch what he's taking inside his body.
Yeah, man, you know, I'm trying to get it right. It's really hard out here.
It's really hard.
It's like, man, it's everywhere we at. They're pumping poison. Like, apparently you can't even breathe air.
Because air's got certain air in certain places has calories now.
You know, yeah.
And carbs. There's
You
certain
know, I just read that even candles, you can't burn those because those are carcinogens.
I read the same fucking shit.
Fuck.
They're
Ruining king shit. This is around when they was walking through the castle. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Now the oldest form of light was bad? Duh.
I read the
Like,
same shit.
I didn't want to write about it. Like, but come on, man.
Because those candles weren't made with chemicals. They're made with wax and old bee butts and little scents and roses and shit. Now it's a
Exactly.
bunch of chemicals. Because this is bullshit. I read this about candles. I've been burning candles my whole life. Scented candles. But what other kind of candle is there?
Exactly.
If
Want
it's
some
not
wax?
a scented candle, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you want to burn some sex wax?
Yeah, you
burn
just want to
curd
burn wax?
What?
You just want to light wax? No, it's got to be a scented candle.
gotta
Okay.
be.
When I found that out, I read the same exact shit you read. I was like, what the fuck else? Because at some point you got to know like what's left. There's nothing left, right?
There is nothing left. All we can do is just live how we gonna live. And you can try to have the caution you can have, but I know motherfuckers that smoked their whole life never caught cancer.
That's true.
I know motherfuckers never lit nothing caught cancer.
George Burns was 96, smoked cigars every day.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Jason, will you do me a favor? In my
Steaks.
office, will you do me a quick favor? In my office, on my flat file,
I have a steak.
there's a black Leica, a little black point and shoot. Will you grab? I want to take a picture of this man real quick while he's smoking. Yeah.
See, man, that's the tricky thing, even with this interview. That's why it's so hard to do interviews and speak because, and I'm glad because we're not talking too much. I ain't giving up too much information. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
But like I read also where Snoop Dogg got into some issue with using an image that someone else had taken of him. And when someone takes your photo, they own the image.
Oh yeah. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
So
just so we're clear.
I got rights to this.
Yeah.
I could use this image.
photo is yours. When this photo comes out, you can take this photo and wrap a building with that. Will never come after anyone. I'm not a petty person.
Man.
I actually should be more petty. You know,
Me too. I've been working on that.
I should be more petty. I should be more thrifty and petty. Like
We
I
shouldn't.
Huh?
We shouldn't. It's good that we're acknowledging it. We should find another way to disperse this energy and just this desire for fairness. That's
I
what that
believe
is.
it. I really truly believe in fairness. Like I had a friend come over and I gave him something from my house that someone gave me, and I had two of them. I was like, "You can take one," because like I'm just like that. You know, here, you know what? You like this color red? Take this thing. He took it home. I Googled it. It's worth a rack. And I told him, I go, that thing I gave you, just so you know, is worth a rack. And I didn't tell him that so he would give it back because it's like fair is fair. I gave it to you as a gift. I told him that so he wouldn't make the same mistake I did, because if I had known, I would not have given it up. I would have held on to it.
See, that's catty though.
Right?
You can't be
That's
chimmy
petty.
Like,
you can't be like that.
chimmy like that. That's
No.
chimmy. That's chimmy
No.
shit. Like, we can't be chimmy, man. We always gonna be players about
What's
it.
chimmy? I never heard chimmy before. Where's that from?
Chimmy shit, man.
There it is. Thank you.
Anything unplayer, man, that's chimmy, man. That's chimmy, man. That's like
I would
that's
hate
like,
to be chimmy.
That's like, it's like, I got you got her a jacket. You know what I'm saying? You seen her with the jacket on somewhere else with another dude.
Yeah.
And now you give me the jacket back.
Give me the jacket back.
Chimmy ass.
Yeah.
Punk ass. Like, come on,
Yeah.
pettiness, whatever. Man.
Yeah.
She always be a player. I did this shit out of love.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I understand that feeling though.
Yeah, I would
trust
never.
me, I done felt it, but I ain't never let it take over. You
Yeah.
can't let it take
Yeah.
over.
You can't let it take over. You can feel it internally, deep inside.
And you can make that. You can make
Yeah.
that marker in your
Yeah.
mind. You can be like, okay, all right.
You know what you gotta do is that when you feel that feeling inside, you
gotta
tell
ball-
the cane
you gotta
corso
ball
to
up.
eat it. You tell the cane corso, eat that feeling and shit it into the lake with the megalodon.
gotta-
Right?
yeah,
And let the
yeah.
megalodon play in it.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't serve us.
'Cause it
doesn't serve you to be chimmy. Don't be
doesn't.
chimmy, y'all.
It doesn't.
Listen, I'm gonna go back to this thing about eating well, because at this time of our lives, I have no idea how old you are, but I know that you're at the age where
get
you
there.
have to pay attention to what you eat. You're no longer a
See,
young
I
man.
had a
Yes.
lot of water with that Casa
when I saw
Grande.
the water.
You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm cut off with that,
Yeah.
this is gonna live to see another day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is just
That's just a taste.
I'm a little player. Keep it player. Don't be acting chimmy, man.
Don't be chimmy. Please don't be chimmy. Jason, don't you ever chim out on me.
Yeah, man.
But this is what I'm getting to. I talk about this on the show, and I have a segment on the show called "What's the fattest thing I did this week?" Because I'm trying to hold myself accountable, because I too am trying to amend my ways, and I get into the danger zone all the time because I get caught slipping. Right. For example, I was at a photo shoot and I didn't bring lunch. I didn't think about lunch. It was deep in the hood. There's nothing around there. Someone brought in Howlin' Ray's fried chicken sandwiches on set. I was starving. I had worked out in the morning.
They got you.
They got me. They caught me.
Caught you
So
lacking.
they caught me.
you lacking.
Caught me. And next thing you
Slid
know,
on you.
I'm telling them like I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
And then there's a sandwich in my hand, and this is how it starts. I have a sandwich, and I'm like, God damn, that was good. It's so goddamn good. And I'm like, wait a minute. I just had the sandwich. There's also some pastry. I should have half a pastry, and then I'm off to the races because I'm a hype. It's just the way it is. Like that's just, I don't know how to control myself. So when I start, like Halloween comes around, I can't have one tiny Snickers bar. I gotta have 30. I cannot stop myself. If I open the bag of candy corn, it's lights out. So I'm gonna say that you're a person that had a salad and rice cakes for lunch, which means that you're keeping an eye on things. I want to know what your biggest fuck up was this week. What's the fattest thing you ate?
Biggest fuck up was this week. Shit, man. The day before, I had some crazy food, like barbecue or something like that. I think it's just about moderation. You know,
It is about moderation.
and just trying not beating yourself up about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here like, oh, I had this, now I'm gonna go whoop myself and have salad for a week, because now you're gonna binge even deeper when you
That's
fall
true.
again. You
That's
know what
true.
I'm saying? So it's about just seeing what you did and be
So
like,
you
all
can
right.
have a little bit of barbecue,
yeah,
just half a rib,
You can do that.
one chicken leg.
You can do that, but just remember that you gotta you gotta understand like this. For me, and I'm not gonna sit there and act like I got the best advice. I mean, look, dog, I definitely got some extra pounds. Dog.
Yeah.
I'm actually definitely eating good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm learning what's keeping me happy with my situation. My forward progress is just being like, it ain't no negotiation with yourself no more.
Right.
Like, you know, you've had your fun. I've had my fun.
You've had your fun.
Up to this point, I've
Yes.
had my fun. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like the old me, you know, this whole blunt getting smoked.
Right.
That whole
Oh.
thing getting drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But you
okay.
gotta get involved and have a little fun. But then
Oh.
you gotta tell yourself, okay, if I'm gonna engage, then I gotta be able to disengage. And there's no negotiation.
See,
There's no negotiation. Like that's what it is. Are you negotiating about your paper?
yes.
Are you negotiating about, you know, whooping somebody's ass when it comes down to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not negotiating that. Well, with my paper, it's no negotiation. I want what I want.
Okay.
Okay. When it's time to whoop someone's ass, you finna get socked up. There's no negotiation here. And so I can't negotiate with myself. You know, these are things that, you know, you're not negotiating with someone decides to disrespect your family and you need to sit there and protect that.
Right.
There's no negotiating with
I see
that.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I have to do that and it's going to be done.
I might negotiate internally on these things.
Well, you do. No, you rationalize later. You're not negotiating. You're not sitting there, oh, should I? No, you're going in a fucking war mode and it's taking no return to a sentinel and that's just happening.
Right.
And you kicking ass, you're taking names later. You know, that's what happens.
There is a point of no return, yes.
Yeah, and that's how you got to look at this shit. And then also, you know, I think it's easy to let this society and shit fuck you over too. Everybody think that they got to be, you know, this, that, and the third buff as hell. But you just got to make sure you feel good and you feel healthy and you can move around.
Well, no, no. See, that's the problem is that you don't have, that's the thing is that you don't have to be buff as hell anymore. I was talking to someone else about this. In the 90s, everyone believed that they had to have a abs that you could put Axe body spray on. Now it's celebrated being fat. They want you to, it's like, be fat, be proud of your fatness, be a big person. It's beautiful. And you know what? It's not beautiful in the middle of the summer and you're sweating for no reason.
Listen, it's beautiful that anyone can live their life how they want to live their life. If they can cope with sweating for no reason, why is it angering me? Why is that my problem? That's what people's problem is. People got to live and let live. Yeah, if that's their path and that's what it is, and you might not like the way that look, go look the other way, buddy. Like,
well, no, I'm saying personally. I don't give a fuck what everyone else does. I'm saying how I feel.
Yeah, right? And hold yourself accountable. No hold myself accountable.
See, you know moderation. I never learned it. That's why I have to kill it. I have to destroy it.
No, I'm learning it now.
That's
I'm learning
good.
it now. I didn't always know it. I'm learning it now. I'm learning patience. You know, I switched professions and shit. I've switched my life many a times, and with switching your life and your life path, you acquire new tools for the toolbox, skill sets, and so I'm learning and I'm engaging as much as I can. But man, listen, bro, I'm back and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks, you know, and that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is.
Wise words,
straight up,
from a wise man of many names, but only one. Jahlil
Nzinga.
What a great show. I mean, we should end on what I just said, where he said Nzinga?
Nzinga. There you go.
Not Nzinga. Nzinga.
Jahlil Nzinga. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It's Jahlil Nzinga.
Jahlil Nzinga.
And Jahlil's my middle name. Nzinga's my mother's last name. You know, and I decided to, you know, take some respect and put my mom there where she should be. Anyone sees me, need to sees my predecessor, sees where I come from. And Jahlil, you know, it's my middle name. It's Fly. You know, that's how we rocking.
I love it. I love to see all of this, everything that's happening, and I really like what you're doing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that what you're doing artistically, I think, is important.
Let's go.
And I'll tell you why I think it's important. I think it's important because I've never seen that switch. I've never seen someone go from that to this. And it's important that people see people like you as a fine artist. And the reason why it's important is that your art is good. It's valid. That's what's great. Because I'm sure a lot of people listen, you see people, R&B singers deciding that they want to spray paint shit on their garage outside their house and they want to be graffiti writers or whatever. That's not art.
It's art. It's art. It counts.
It doesn't count.
It counts, man. Listen,
it doesn't
count.
It doesn't count. They're not really doing it. You're really doing it. You've chosen. You know, you chose a path. You put your balls on the table and you painted them with acrylic and oil paint and some spray paint.
A lot of stuff.
Like Easter eggs.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
We going hard, man. It's all art, man. And if you decide to wake up and make the choice that you want to do it tomorrow, wherever you start is where you start, but that's not where you're gonna end.
True.
And keep your head down, and the world's your playground. You're gonna get everything if you stay down and stay around.
Hey, fantastic! I'm inspired. I might have to make a career change myself.
Real P, man. You know what I'm talking about? Put these product gloves on, jump in the bins. I got the green bins outside on the Brabus rims. I got the silk tiger rugs. You know, this is the shit I'm gonna tell my kids. They think I'm lying. They're gonna be like, "So look, you know, back in your day when I was your age, I was riding around LA, vintage Benz, green coupe, bulletproof, silk tiger rugs on $10,000 Brabus rims." That's real talk.
You got any kids?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I still got to be him dunking first.
Yeah.
Then I got to come down the lane and pop champagne. You know what I'm saying? We here though.
Yeah.
Jahlil Nzinga.
Jahlil
Check me
Nzinga.
out.